Custom fields. In the Magazine Manager, you may find it necessary to create a custom field for information that you need to track or capture that is not already in the Magazine Manager. Let's say, for example, you need to be able to indicate the best time to contact one of your company's contacts. So to create a custom field, go to the Management menu, go to Site Setup, Website Setup, and at the bottom of this list, you'll see Custom Fields. When you're in Custom Fields, you'll see existing custom fields if you already have some in your application. So to add this particular custom field, we're going to press the Add Custom Field button here at the top. Now at the top, you have to first designate where does the custom field show in the website. So for our example, we're actually going to be placing a piece of information on the contact or a person-specific information. So this would be a Contact Details custom field. This custom field will appear on the Details tab of the contact record in the Details section. We'll take a look at this once we create it. To create a custom field, you first name the custom field. So best time to contact. The next thing you want to choose is, can the administrator, only the administrator, delete the custom field? You could say yes, or you can say no. If you say no, then only you, the creator, can delete the custom field. The next thing you're going to decide is, what is the custom field type? Now in these custom field types, we have an input box, which is basically what this name input text is, an input box. You have a text box, which is a large input box, a large box you can enter a lot of text into. It's more like a big rectangular box. You can have a drop-down list input type. Now this list right here, the input type list, this is a drop-down list. You can also have a multi-select input type or a yes-no button input type. This is an example of the yes-no button field. For our example, we're going to say the best time to contact, we're going to allow the user to select from 3 times: morning, afternoon, and evening. So we want them to select a single best time to contact. So we'll create a drop-down list for this input type. So by default in the drop-down list, we're going to have the first line be a blank line. That's going to be as if nothing has been selected, nothing has been defined. So the next thing we're going to add is morning. Then we'll add afternoon. And then we'll add evening. So we're building a drop-down list with a blank selection, morning, afternoon, and evening. So by default, we'll set the morning as the default value for this. If nothing is ever selected, the default value will be morning. Now you can also apply security to any custom fields you put in the system. You can restrict the view to a particular department or multiple departments. Let's say we'll restrict this view to accounting and sales, and that means people in consultants and production departments will not be able to see this. Or you can restrict a particular custom field view to a particular user, one user. You can also restrict the edit. Everyone can see it. By no one being selected here, that means everyone can see it, but maybe only sales can actually edit. So anyone belonging to the sales department can edit it, but everyone can see it. Or you can restrict the custom field to appear when dealing with only a specific zone or product. So for example, we want this one to belong only to and show only under our Survivor magazine and our Action Tales. By holding the Control key down on your keyboard, I've selected both Survivor and Action Tales. To deselect these and have this restriction removed, now this particular custom field will be visible when dealing with all products and zones. Once you've completed the creation of the custom field, press Save, and this custom field is now saved, and you'll see this as a Contact Detail custom field. Best time to contact drop-down list. This is the one that we just entered. So let's see this in action now. So we're going to look up our company, and we're going to say that Joan Tessimer, our contact, her best time to contact on the Details tab is going to be morning. Best time to contact is morning. And there we have added the best time to contact custom field assigned to our customer. We've set that value to morning. We can save the information and now know the best time to contact on the home screen here. The best time to contact is in the morning. So when we look up our customer, we've got our phone number, we know when the best time to contact is. Another type of custom field you can add is a production custom field. And in your production custom field list, you have a new type of input type, and it's called calculated field. So let's say, for example, you want to create tax and your production. In your production custom fields, your productions will show up on the insertion order in the rate section, and they'll also show up in the production area. So let's say, for example, you're creating a contract and you'd like to have the tax on your contract. So we can create a custom field called tax. This is going to be a calculated field, and the calculated field will be a decimal number or even a currency. Okay, it's a data type of currency. To build this formula for this custom field, we first have to select what field we're going to put in our formula. So we're going to apply the tax, or we're going to create the tax based on the gross, and we'll add gross to the formula. Now we have our formula gross multiplied by, add that to the formula, your tax rate. So let's say is 7%. Add that to the formula. Now tax will store the value, whatever gross is, on your contract multiplied by 7%. We can test this, press test, and it'll say the formula ran without any errors. You will need to verify the values after the field is set up, and then we can actually go in to a proposal. On our proposal template, add this calculated field tax. Whenever we have a gross amount, it will display the appropriate tax. And this is how to add custom fields to the Magazine Manager.